Hello everybody and welcome back to the Library of Babel. Alrighty, so I'm gonna say this straight away. Apparently, I completely misjudged how much you guys liked and missed this series. It makes me feel a little bit worse about how long of a break I took, but you know what? At least I'm feeling a little bit more healthier mindseted at this point. So, we're gonna keep it going, and we're gonna try and ride the minor victories that we had in the previous episode in this one. Our goal is... okay. Stretch goal, right? Stretch goal. We properly defeat Gay's office. That way we can move on to the next reception in the list. That's a stretch goal. Or rather, we'll call that our real goal. Stretch goal is going to be to take out the full stop office. Yeah. Ooh, we know how that's going to go. And stretch goal is going to be to take out the flip office. So, I don't know how long this is going to take on my side. If you guys don't know, my Ruina videos in general are usually recorded over the span of a couple days. Sometimes it's like a day, sometimes it's multiple, totally depends. Babel is the exception in that it always takes multiple days, no matter what. So we're just going to see what happens. I'm going to try, keyword try, to snipe a couple of the gun pages from Full Stop Office. I'm going to experiment with all of our floors. I think Malkuth has the worst possible shot, because once we get it, I would like Malkuth to become the gun department. That I think Yesod probably has the best shot because of all the paralysis that we're going to be doing. I feel like Yesod has a pretty good shot. I was also told that apparently, what was it? It was like full blunt rupture Yesod is apparently one of the easiest ways to get an easy win with Full Stop Office. I don't know how true that is. Maybe with a more refined build, it's a lot easier, but when I tried it, it certainly didn't go well. I don't think HOD is going to get any use at all, and my reasoning for that is because bleed damage is not going to kick in as fast as bullets are. Yes, Netzak could technically work, because we do have workshop-affiliated pages, and then Sally's floor could work out as well. So, we're going to give one test run, and that'll dictate how long I might be going at this. Here's our goal. Kill Tamaki. If we can kill her, then that means we might actually have a shot at winning this reception. It would also be nice if we had one more person to work with, truthfully. Okie dokie. So, I'm gonna go for index rules, and we're just gonna ignore everything except for Tamaki. She dies, and that's all there is to it. Let me see. Actually, we could probably get away with a refine. That's gonna hit us no matter what we do. That's probably gonna hit us no matter what we do. We could probably afford a couple clashes. Let's just not go crazy with it. I'm going to go for mend weapon. Then I'm gonna go for refine. Okay, here we go. Hope for the best. Okay, really good turn one. We do take quite a bit of damage. Stab and detonate, working out quite well on Netzak, who immediately takes 40 damage. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute, this is actually going crazy. This is actually really, really good. This is the start that we've wanted forever. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Tentacles. Doesn't matter on who. I'm going to put it on Sean because he has the most health. Everyone here is a Pierce deck. Unfortunately, Ciara is extremely debuffed and not really going to be able to stop anything. We are going to try and go for a stab and detonate. Mainly to stop some damage. We're also going to go for mend weapon. Unfortunately, Ciara, you kind of just have to be the one that takes the bullets here. I don't like it either. Unfortunately, that's what we got. You know what? I'm going to go for double mend weapon. I know that's dumb, but I'm doing it anyway. We could go for refine. I'm going to go for mend weapon, and then I'm going to go for refine to try and do as much damage as physically possible because I want to get Tamaki out of this fight. Okay, mend weapon, actually winning some clashes. Refine, doing extraordinarily well. Tamaki is almost down. Stab and detonate from Ciara, doing really, really good. Unfortunately, mend weapon doesn't work. That's fine. We take 36 rupture damage. We're already almost dead. Mend weapon gets another clash when Tamaki is at 16 health. This is the closest we've ever been. Oh, oh, Sean is so dead. Oh my god, he's so dead. Okay, well, good news. Most people are going for Sean, so that's good news. He's just gonna tank everything, unfortunately. I'm gonna go for a refine, actually. I'm gonna go for stab and detonate. Then I'm gonna go for cut in. Then I'm gonna go for another cut in. Then I'm gonna go for a refine on Stefan. Okay, then I want to take as many attacks as possible. We kill Tamaki this turn, guaranteed. Then I think we get really close to staggering Stefan. By the way, what is this? Hollowed. Minus... Oh, that's our... Right, that's our ego page. Okay, here we go. Ouch. Yeah, Sean is super, super dead. Weird saying my own name like that, by the way. But I'm getting used to it. After all, I've got a buddy named Sean. I'm named Sean. Viewer named Sean. It's just... Apparently, it's a lot more frequent of a name than I thought it was. Okay, Tamaki goes down. We are in business. We're gonna go from Echoes from Beyond on Ciara. Okay, we almost get a stagger. I'm gonna go for stab and detonate, and then I'm gonna go for a cut in. Then, Netzak, yeah, Netzak, you're gonna do that. I'm gonna have you go for amend weapon as well. Here we go. Okay, big damage on the way. Stagger on Stefan. Oh, Ciara does take a lot of damage. Oh, Stefan is so close to going down, dude. We're so close. Okay, okay. We're gonna go for Teardrop, and we're gonna do it on Ciara. We are putting all our egg baskets into her. I said that wrong, but you know what? Whatever. We're gonna go for cut in and mend weapons. Stefan should be dead. Then we're gonna go for a cut in twice. We're gonna hope for the best. Here we go. Oh, Netzak unfortunately does go down, but so does Stefan. Okay, we're gonna go Token of Friendship. I don't know if we win this fight. I honestly don't think that we do. But we can sure try. Dang! Dang, dude! We almost did it! Oh, man. Beginner's luck 2 times. Back-to-back episodes. We almost did it! Oh, my goodness. If we had actually split our attention a little bit more, so that we got a little bit more hollowing. Oh, that was... Dude, I can't believe it. 2 episodes in a row. the first one, we did it first try. The second one, we were so close! Dude, that break has done wonders for my freaking mental health. This is it, boys! And then I bop him! I bop him good! Oh, yes! It feels! Power flows. Hey, that turned out pretty good. Who would have guessed that as soon as you dodge a bullet, that reception becomes pretty easy? You know, kinda sorry to see him run out of ammo, but hey, you know, what are you gonna do?
Do you really think that someone with a gun is worthy of being pitied?
No. Now can we keep the momentum going? I don't know. But we're gonna try. That's another reception down! Lesson of the day, indexing with guns is pretty good. But you know what's even better? Getting a fourth person that we can't use. Hey, what's going on? Alright, what do we got? Dinner time. Targets foes with the cocoon status effect. And Spider Bud. Target foes that have killed an ally. The hunt begins. Become active and target foes for 2 scenes after an ally dies. So what I'm hearing is, kill your little children and you will fall. Well, so be it. If you're going to make it easy on me, then who am I to say no? We'll go for, just a lot of mass bleed. Primarily on ourselves. Any amount of damage that they do simply falls so short. Ow. Alright, they do hurt a little bit. Gotta admit, they hurt a tiny bit. We should be able to get through that, no problem. Yeah, let's go flank attack. Let's go, you want a taste of this chain? Then I'm gonna go for tailoring, and you want a taste of this chain? Then we're gonna go for Silent Night, and why not? We'll go for Retaliate as well. A spider goes down, and the rest. Ow. Nibble at our feetsies. Okay, another spider falls. Time to give the axe. Alright, Spider Bud is active. He is going to go for Cocoon. There's not a lot that we can do about that, so we're primarily just going to ignore it and go for as much damage as physically possible. Here we go. Ugh. Oh, poor little Spider Bud. Couldn't protect your children, could you? Dude, the abnormality fights are so, like... oh, I just can't get over how easy they are compared to the rest of the fights. I like how quiet and peaceful this floor can be. And the librarians here seem calm and collected. Just like you are, Hod.
Yo, bro, shut up. I'm trying to read in here.
That's stupid. You know what? Hod just immediately bulks up. Just... ay. What do we get? We get Cocoon. Single ally on clash win and hit 1 times per target per scene. Inflict 1 paralysis, bind, and fragile and susceptible. I don't know what that one is. Next scene. Meal, single ally, on clash win, deal, target's bind, stagger damage. On hit, if target is staggered, inflict 1 bind next scene, and all allies recover 1.9% of owner's max health. Ooh. Ooh, okay. That one's really... Meal has some really interesting use cases in that case. Alertness, single ally, -1 target's offensive power. Plus 1.8 all damage if target has 0 speed. On clash win, inflict 1 bind and 1 fragile or susceptible next scene, whichever is lower. Interesting. I don't really know what that means. What I do know is it's time for Porccubus. Let's see. On hit, gives the target 2 positive emotion coins. Takes no damage from range pages. Good thing we're not doing that. Unbearable pleasure. At the start of each scene, characters restore 1 light for each page of pleasure in their hand. On hit, if target has 3 pages of pleasure, deal 20 damage and exhaust those pages. Also, you have briskness for some reason. Okay, well... riddle me this, Batman. What if I were to just go completely all in on you and leave you with nothing? What would you do in response, Batman? I don't know what's going on with our speed. We are actively changing speed. Oh, it's because we're... right. It's because we gain more speed if we, take away a clash from an ally. If we protect an ally, we get more speed. Right. Well, either way, let's see how much damage we can dish out on this single turn. We almost freaking killed him. That is just insane. That's so stupid. I cannot believe we just two-turned Porccubus. I mean, I don't remember him being that hard to begin with, but that's just crazy, bro. Hey, you don't reek of alcohol today. What's up?
It's 'cause I didn't drink. I don't feel like it anymore. Although I probably should after some of these receptions.
What do we got now? Thorns. Single ally plus target's thrill by 2, max of 2, dice power of pages involving rupture, plus target's thrill rupture through pages. Net's X4 has to be our gun floor. Yep, Net's X4 has to be our gun floor. There's no getting around it anymore. On Pierce hit, inflict 1 thrill and 1 rupture. If target is staggered, consume target's thrill to recover thrill consumed % max stagger resist, and deal thrill consumed times 3% max stagger resist rupture damage, and inflict thrill consumed times 3 rupture. And thrill is minus X times 10% all damage. At the end of each scene, take X% max stagger resist rupture damage and lose X by 2 thrill. Oh. I feel like I need a nap after that one. Elation. Single ally plus base stagger resist times 0.57 max stagger resist. At the start of each scene, recover 6.78% max stagger resist. After taking stagger damage, reduce stagger damage taken max stagger by max reduce max stagger damage taken by max stagger resist. I just noted. Wait. Upon reaching 1 stagger resist, die. Lore-wise, that makes a lot of sense. Gameplay-wise, how the heck is that gonna work? And then plus, base max % stagger resist reduced by 25 dice power. On hit, inflict 1 stagger damage down, and base max % stagger resist reduced by 25 rupture. So basically, do pierce, do stagger, hooray, don't get staggered, you die, oh no. All allies, when hit, unless staggered, inflict 1 rupture next scene. Owner and attacker recover 3.85% of owner's max stagger resist. Okay. Right, so TLDR, Netzach is our new gun floor. I mean, with Echoes from Beyond, that's already amazing. Pebble, but Porccubus is where it's at. Meanwhile, Malkuth, I want to make our burn floor, but we kind of need to beat the burn reception first. And then, bind, huh? Bind. If I just type in bind, what do we get? Ah, keep it fresh, inflict. Interesting, you know? Bleed and bind synergy. How about that? That can be a coincidence. No, we ran out of gas. 45 health. Oh, so close. Oh, pulsation was our boon and our bane. Although it counts. I never doubted footfalls for even a minute. Not even for a minute did I ever doubt footfalls at all. Wow, who would have guessed that that old man had so much fire left in him?
That was a horrible joke, Roland.
And so, one more reception. And we have officially done all 4 of the bottom urban plagues. It's something. It is something. Technically, we've beaten this reception, if you really want to boil it down. We take those. I don't care if it's a big, flaming pile of cheese. A victory is a victory. If I have to snipe the victory out of the jaws of defeat, then so be it.
L Corp produce clean energy. W Corp definitely produces clean energy if you ignore the interesting details.
And I just want to complete 2 more floor receptions. All right. Call that a victory. I guess we're just going to go in reverse order for these. Oh my god. Dude. Okay, hang on. Just to tell you how long I've been at this, I'm going to tell you when I first started recording versus what time it is now. It is currently 6:52. Okay, I don't know if my voice cut out when I said that. Whenever I tab out, my recording gets a little weird. So, it is right now 6:53. I started recording at 3:58. So, needless to say, I've been at this for a hot minute. So I will take 2 explosion victories if that's all the game is gonna give me for leeway. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Whatever. We won. Time for Singing Machine. So, addicted employee. I crave that melody! Starting with the 3rd scene, every 4 scenes gain an extra speed die and use a different set of combat pages. If staggered while this is active, gets put into the machine at the start of the next scene. And then the singing machine, the machine that sings, cannot be targeted, does not act, takes no damage. On the scene after I crave that melody is activated, plays music using the character in the machine. The character takes damage equal to 30% of their max HP and is excluded from battle for that scene. While the music is playing, all characters gain 5 strength and all stagger resistances change to fatal. Well, I'll tell you what, do we even need to, do we even need to care about mechanics? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for Zap. I'm gonna go for Charge Up, and then I'm also gonna go for Destructive Impact. Let's see. I'm gonna go for Unavoidable Gaze. And you only live once. Okay, we're definitely not breaking any speed limits with the amount of damage that we're doing, but we are doing good damage. This might actually be the hardest abnormality fight we've had so far. Incredible, wouldn't you say? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for another charge up. We're gonna go for another unavoidable gaze. Then I'm gonna go for loosen up, and we're gonna go for destructive impact. Then I'm gonna go for prepared mind because we can, and then follow it up with an observe. Ow. We took one whole stagger damage, I know. That's, that's gonna hurt us for quite some time. The damage we're doing to them is certainly not impressive, but that's fine. I am gonna go for repetitive cognition. Okay, the melody begins. Let's see. We're not gonna be able to counter the normal way, so I am going to play this turn somewhat normally. This will stagger you, so we no longer have to worry about you. Ooh, that's on hit. I'm gonna go for shocking blow to avoid that. Combat presence will probably be enough, and then we're gonna go for another one. You are staggered. You become staggered because you didn't do any damage. Okay, pretty good turn. All the addicted employees are almost down. We're gonna go for violence on Ori. Okay, one of them is dead in the machine. We're gonna go for just, honestly, all of our regular attacks because this fight is effectively over. Bye-bye. He has 0.3 health. Or should I say, did. Hey, yo, got your books? I'll just leave them here and, you know, do what you gotta.
And I've got your tie, haha.
Hooray! What do we got? Music. Oh, it's our first tier 3. All allies plus 29% all damage, plus rhythm by 2 dice power, plus 1 plus rhythm speed. On hit, lose 2% of max stagger resist. On kill or stagger, recover 24.5% of max stagger resist. That doesn't seem good. Rhythm. Single ally. When selected, give 1 rhythm to 1 other random allies and enemies. At the start of each scene, gain 1 rhythm and give 1 rhythm to a random enemy. Rhythm is plus X offensive power, but minus X defensive power, and plus X times 10% receive stagger damage. On 3 hits, give 1 rhythm to another random ally next scene, and at the end of each scene, lose X stagger resist and 1 rhythm. And musical addiction. Single ally is minus 29% stagger resistances. At the start of each scene, gain 1 strength and 2 disarm. That's weird. On 3 offensive rolls, gain 1 haste, damage up, and fragile next scene. So wait, you gain 1 strength but 2 disarm, so the strength is counteracted? That's very weird. Okay, well, Malka's turn. Fairy Festival. It's gotten skinny now. To think it used to be so cute. Care. At the start of each scene, restore 10 HP. HP does not drop below 1 until the queen dies. And the queen. Momentary satiation. If an ally with prepared meat status has 1 HP, consume it at the start of the scene and gain 10 fragile, feeble, disarm for the rest of that scene. Or wait, no, disarm is for endurance. It's not, okay. Never mind, that does make a lot more sense. It's all offense because it debuffs your defensive dice. Okay, suddenly that makes significantly more sense. I was gonna say, like, it gives you 1 strength but then takes away 2? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. At least I think. I don't know. We'll see. Ravenousness. If HP goes down to 25% or lower, kill all allies and gain 30 strength at the end of the scene if no other allies are present. Give prepared meat to an ally. So, hear me out. What's to stop me from just all-inning you right now? Other than the fact that you have, like, a million defensive dice. What if I just, like, ignored your mechanic entirely? Well, so far it's working pretty well. Okay, we do still need to kill the little ones. Alright. Fair enough. Then in that case, let's have a one-on-one for pretty much everybody. Boop, boop, boop. By the way, there is a chance that we soft-locked ourselves in this fight. Because they don't go below 1 health unless the queen is alive. Never mind, I'm just dumb. Fair enough. These poor abnormality fights don't stand a chance against Babel. Malkuth breathing, Malkuth breathing, Malkuth breathing. Hooray! What do we got? The Fairies' Care. Single ally at the start of the next 4 scenes, recover 15.8% of max HP and gain 7.9 shield. And when hit, gain 1 bottomless hunger. After the effect expires, at the start of each scene, recover 5%, rounding up, of max HP. Bottomless Hunger. When the Fairies' Care effect expires, take X times 8 0.05% max HP bleed damage, and it persists through Axe. Gluttony. Single ally. On hit, gain % HP damage dealt, Hunger. If target took 5% of target's max HP plus damage, this scene, recover 1.98% max HP. Hunger. Plus X% all damage against lowest HP enemy. On kill, consume % HP missing Hunger to recover Hunger consumed % max HP. Otherwise, on enemy death, lose X by 2 Hunger, max 100 Hunger, persist through Axe. Oh my god. Predation, that's, ooh, we got a, yeah, alright, okay. Single ally. When selected, unselected allies lose 10% of max HP and gain 5 shield, recover HP lost HP, and stagger resist, and gain HP lost by 10 strength, endurance, and haste. Plus 59% all damage against prepared meat ally. At the start of each scene, give prepared meat to another lowest % HP ally for the scene. Can target prepared meat ally. On prepared meat ally kill, gain 1 speed dice, recover 14.88% of max HP, give all other allies 3.9 shield, gain 1 strength, endurance, and haste for 3 scenes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's time! The floor of natural sciences, huh? Well, I know a lot of people have been looking forward to whatever this floor has in store. Let's see. Someone named Tipperith. What's up with all these weird names? Ah, there she is. There she is, the girl of the hour.
I'm standing right in front of you. Where do you think you're looking?
I just had to say one line. I had to say one line. That's it. Well, time to set up the 2 people who have been waiting to go into Tiffer's floor. What the heck are we going to put in this floor for builds? Whew. And now that we actually have a moment to breathe, let me show you a couple of our brand new people. The first of which is Art Knight. The littlest knight you ever saw, with the biggest quest you'll ever see. Either way, Art Night has arrived! Nobody new for Yesod, nobody new for Hod, nobody new for Netzach, and 2 new people for Tiffereth. The first of which is Mai. I was told long blue hair, and I thought I know just the one. So, welcome aboard, Mai. And of course, welcome aboard, not Caden, because it's not Caden. Star Eyes were requested, as well as index stuff, but we don't have index stuff just yet. And as far as Star Eyes, this is the closest that I could get. I thought it was okay. I actually do want to change the eyebrows a little bit. I want to change them to... Yeah. No, let's change the mouth a little bit. Hang on, wait. Perfect. Oh, buddy, that's it. That's it right there. That's a perfect look. So, welcome aboard, not Caden. So, one thing I do want to say. There is a couple cosmetics we're missing. I'll work on that. And the other thing is, if you guys requested a character and I did not get it, it's not because I it's because I forgot. As far as I know, I've written down every single requested character so far, and I don't think I forgot any, but if I did, be sure and let me know. I would very much like to get your guys' characters here, so that you can suffer along with me. And don't worry, there are plenty of slots if you would still like to request one. But if not, cool's cool. Dude. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I might keep recording tomorrow and it'll be like a jump cut for you, but bro, the mixture of relief that I feel having completed these 4 receptions, and also despair because I know that there's 4 more. It's like we're halfway there, but at the same time, the other half is just... Oh, it's gonna be bad. But hopefully, with our brand new people, as well as the potential for new build shenanigans, maybe we'll be able to see it through. But we'll see. Okay, so... I know it's been a lot of the attempts back-to-back, but since we have made some actual progress, and I don't think that we're going to be able to do any of the 4 new receptions in this episode without it, you know, being like a 17-hour recording session, I want to kill Jikan and get his page, and then I think we're going to call it there as far as good progress, because at this point, even though we haven't won the 2 general receptions, we would have gotten all of their books. So that's a goal. We'll see. Jikan! Normal, dirt. He deals 50% more damage, he takes 30% more damage, and receives 30% less stagger damage. Okay, he gets buffed at level 3. Taste of Blood. Plus, bleed times 8% all damage at the end of each scene. Recover bleed percent, max HP, and stagger resist. Boy, we brought the wrong floor. We brought the wrong floor. Bloodthirsty. Plus bleed by 8, max of 5, dice power, and all damage of pages involving bleed. Minus living present subordinates' bleed times 4%, received all bleed damage and stagger damage. On hit, if owner has bleed, once per target per scene, inflict bleed by 2, max of 10, bleed next scene. Gain targets bleed by 4, max of 3, bleed and shield. Blood Rush. Actually, that's... yeah. So he has their passives. And he also has Open Wound. On hit, if target has bleed, inflict 2 bleed this scene and 1 bleed. Next scene. Want a taste of this, Jane? Flank attack, here's my chance. Double head-to-head, triple head-to-head, and triple. Now die. So we're gonna try and just bleed nuke him down, but apparently that's not gonna go too well. Alrighty. Let's see how this goes. I don't think it's gonna go very well, but we're gonna try regardless. We are full-blown indexing. Nothing else matters. We, quite literally, are just sacrificing our lives to try and kill Jikan. We'll see how that goes. We are putting quite a bit of bleed on him, but I don't know how beneficial that's gonna be for us, since he's primarily gonna be, you know, benefiting off that. Try again. Oh my god. Okay, good news. Good news. Bleed on bleed action, he does not care. Quite simply, he could care less about the amount of bleed we're putting on him. He, you know, it is just quite simply not a problem. Not only does he fully recover all of his health, but he's also empowered by it. So, bad choice in floor choice, but that also means that, unfortunately, we're just gonna have to raw damage him down, and I don't know how we're gonna do that. Well, you know what they say. Guns are ineffective in this city. Gun him down, boys! Oh yes, guns are so ineffective, as seen here. Okay, recovered 34 health. That's not nearly enough. Echoes! Yeah, laughing powder. Why not? Okay, goal. Just kill Jikan. Nothing else matters. Just kill him. Just gun him down. That's literally all that matters. Just kill him. A little bit of extra power never hurt anybody. Here's what we're gonna do, right? I hate close quarters combat. And then we're also going to go for mend weapon. Then we go bop, 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 bop. That should be enough. We should have him. Okay, well, he one-shot Netzak, so, you know, that's not ideal. But we got him! It counts! A little bit of ham and cheese. Alright, you can kill me now. That's fine. I've already had my victory. Wow. Good job, Ciara. You actually did incredibly well. I was not expecting you to do as well as you just did. Let's give you thorns. Why not? Now, unfortunately, you are going to die to bleed. That's how it is. But, I mean, you know, why not? Deal a bit more damage while you still can. Ow. Doesn't matter. We win. Alrighty. And with that, we are gonna call this episode right here. So, all things considered, this episode went significantly better than I had expected. Not only do we officially have all 4 out of 8 of receptions done and dusted, we also, technically, beat both general receptions that have been stopping us. It doesn't matter that we didn't fully beat it. It doesn't bar progress. We got the books. That's all that matters. I think. Unless it's like, we have to win the reception of blank. No, we don't. Therefore, I win. So, all things considered, I'm gonna go through builds again real quick because we did change them a little bit. Some floors don't quite have a fully fleshed out build just yet, but whatever. I'm just glad that we finally are able to make some real progress. Because for quite some time, we just were completely soft-locked. But no longer. We have a victory under our belt, and it cannot be taken away from us. These next receptions, though, are probably going to soft-lock me again. Gonna be, just keep it real. I don't think that we are going to, be able to make any substantial progress. But we'll see, you know. Never say never. I know what these fights are gonna be. I know they're gonna take me a while, so if next upload is regular Rumina, you know why. It's because I'm stuck. However, I'm not gonna set a giga stretch goal in this one. I will just be fine beating one of these receptions. Maybe 2. I would take 2. If not, then, you know, we'll see what we can do. But either way, we have made substantial progress. We unlocked Tifris floor. We beat 4 out of 8 receptions. And we, technically, beat both general receptions. So if you really think about it, that's pretty good. But yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And in the next one, it's time for more suffering. By the way, something I did want to bring up is, do you guys mind that I'm doing the montages of, like, the fights and failures and stuff? Is it too much? Because I know, you know, way back in the day, I would get the... I don't want to call it a complaint. The suggestion, I guess, for lack of a better word, that it's a little bit too much pure audio and that I should be talking, and I feel like I'm kind of slipping back into that years later, right here, but still. But considering just how long Babel takes to record, I also feel like montages are some of the best way, to show the attempts and the progress that we are making, as well as stuff that we're learning, without having 8 episodes that are purely just dying to the fight on repeat. So, let me know what you think. If you think it's a little bit too much in terms of just, like, the music and montage, maybe I'll just cut out a lot more of the attempts and just, like, the more cool attempts where it's like, wow, we got really close, he had 2 health, oh, you know, and I'll just show stuff like that. I don't know, but this feels good. I mean, considering this is a multi-hour recording, and I don't know how much of it I'm gonna show just yet, but look down at the time, right? This is like maybe 7 hours of footage. It's 6.5, but still, it's just about 7. And I've melted it down to the time that is below. I'd say that's pretty good. But, you know, it's up to you guys. All things considered, I'm happy with it. But if you guys do want it changed, let me know. I'm a man of the people, after all. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And if you would like a character in any of the floors, be sure and let me know, and we'll make it happen. We do have a couple more slots. 2 in the floor of general. Elena can be changed, and then we have 1 more slot. Jean, 1 more slot. Chloe, 1 more slot. Joshua, 1 more slot. And then 2 slots in Tifris. Not to mention the other floors that we are still going to have. So, if you want a character, let me know. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one. Also, if you don't like how your character looks, let me know and I can change that too. Bye.